Sup fans, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a nice, or if you're new here, welcome to my channel here. So we're gonna do a quick spoiler retro review of, well, been covering Hammer lately. So, and also I'm gonna do a hybrid review. We're gonna do a nice quick spoiler review of the film. Then we're gonna talk about Scream Factory's Blu-ray release of, well, of course, the Phantom of the Opera from Hammer, coming up right now. And I hope you guys enjoy the show. All right, guys, quiet on set. Scene one, take one. Action! Boom! Now, if you guys like this video, make sure you guys leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you share it with your friends, and also hit that bell for notifications as well. It does help the channel a lot, and if you're new here, welcome, sit down, relax, and enjoy the show. And I would kindly appreciate it if you guys do hit the subscribe button, because I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so let's make that happen, folks. The Phantom of the Opera, well, it's another installment and adaptation of Gaston Leroux's Le Fantôme de l'Opéra. Hopefully I did not butcher that title. Hopefully I did not. If I did, I am so sorry, my fellow French audience out there. So yeah, guys, Gaston Leroux's The Phantom of the Opera. So basically it's an adaptation of that, So basically, instead of taking place in France, it's taking place in London, where Michael Goth plays this sleazy, perverted, really like, yeah, kind of in a way like misogynistic and womanizing kind of guy who is just a creep. He just looks at all these women that are just auditioning for his plays, his operas, and all he is mostly just blackmails them. He's just trying to get in bed with them, and he manipulates them, and he blackmails them. Basically, if you don't sleep with me, you don't get to be in my opera. It's kind of like, it's pretty much like that, and this character's a piece of shit. But then again, Michael Goth does a good performance on playing a piece of shit. Well, they own this London opera house, and well, there's mysterious people getting murdered. Well, then again, spoiler alert, that doesn't have a high body count, this film, but their people are being terrorized by this Phantom of the Opera in this London house. So this young woman, Christine, auditions to be in a play because, well, the Phantom terrorized a woman who basically, she fled because he didn't like her singing, and he calls it, the Phantom calls the shots and all that stuff. And we got the lovers. I don't think the guy's name is Raoul, but yeah, I'm gonna just call him Raoul for short. Yeah, so just to make it simple. But yeah, he also is a producer in the opera, and he discovers her, like Christine auditions, and well, of course, she rejects. Michael Goth he's the producer of the opera. She rejects him, and he gets mad, so he like fires her because she won't sleep with him. But her and Raoul, like, they get together and all that stuff, and they have a nice development. Well, at the same time, the Phantom, of course, if you guys know the story, he catches wind of Christine, wants to make her famous, and at first I feel like he was more infatuated in love with her, but throughout the film, he already knows he's dying because he knows he's dying because he's been living in the sewer, probably like already sick from down there. That's where his lair is at. And well, I'm pretty sure like he probably doesn't think he's gonna live long enough to be her husband and all that stuff, or have kids, or basically he never have any romantic interest. But the Phantom has his henchmen kill for him. The Phantom doesn't really, really right away explicitly kill people, but yeah. So the Phantom's backstory here, basically, yeah, he was like struggling professor, a musician who really is really good at music and all that stuff, knows writing, and so he tries to get his work published and sold to the opera house. And of course, Michael Goth's character, he screws him over, steals his music, unlike the 1943 version where it's a big misunderstanding, where Claude Rains' Phantom, he believes that they stole his music, but no, it was just a whole misunderstanding. Here, well, as it was getting published, no, Michael Goth's character, he steals his music. He claims it as his own, even though that's his. But he did sign a contract, but then again, still, I'm pretty sure Michael Goth broke the contract and all that stuff. So he tries to go into the publishing, right there, the business, the store, to try to burn everything, all the printing, try to burn all the music. Unfortunately, an accident happened, and of course, he got deformed by there. And since then, he fled to the sewers, and that's where his backstory come in. So that is the plot synopsis of the film. So now let's get on to the movie review. Oh, I took too long with that. Honestly, guys, this is a pretty solid adaptation. I'm a fan of the Phantom of the Opera, really. I'm very fascinated by the story of course, a deformed person wearing a mask and killing people in the opera house. So this is a nice adaptation of the film. Of course, it takes place in London and all that stuff, but hey, that's fine enough as it is. Christine is really good. I really like her a lot in this movie. She's like not this damsel in distress. No, she is a well three-dimensional character. She is She basically just wants to work hard in her life, and of course Michael Gott's just manipulating her. And the guy that's supposed to be Raul, let me see if I can find his name here. Nope. But yeah, but he's also good. He's not this spoiled, entitled brat like in the book in some adaptations, like the musical. No, like he feels entitled because, oh, I deserve Christine because I'm rich, blah blah blah, you know, all that stuff. No, he actually cares for her, and their chemistry together really works, and the development is really nice. And Michael Goth, like I said, he knows how to play a slimy asshole. Now, my criticism with this movie is that the body count. This is supposed to be Hammer. Hammer's known for having a nice, suspenseful body counts of horror. And as far as I know, only 2 people die. There's a random person and the rat catcher, which is really nice. They have the rat catcher who's from the book, and they put him here. He gets killed off easily right there. And speaking of the killings, the henchman is pretty nice. He saves the Phantom's life. And speaking of the Phantom, I love the Phantom's design. I love this mask. It is really freaking cool here. No, he's really cool, and he can be scary. And also when he takes the mask off, his deformity, it is just crazy. The makeup effect is really nice. It is really freaking nice. And the pacing, even though it could be slow for some people, I think is well paced because I am so immersed and engrossed with the characters and story. And as a fan of the Phantom of the Opera, I really dug that a lot. Also, I think this is a cool trivia. Please correct me in the comment sections if I'm wrong here. But you know the famous, you know, that musical tone. Apparently, that's where it originated, the Phantom of the Opera. So, shit. I think that is the first time where they introduced that song, and now of course, you know, everybody uses that. Everybody uses that song. From what I've heard, that's where it actually originated from, which is really crazy. Even the music is really nice. It's really freaking cool. The opera house is nice, and yeah, the set design is really good. Cinematography is beautiful as hell. So guys, this is a another nice Hammer adaptation. Yeah, they have creative liberties as always, but nothing wrong with that. In my opinion, a lot of the times it is pretty faithful to the novel, or pretty much faithful in its own to the novel, but also doing things its own way. It's really, really nice. So with that, I would give Hammer Horrors The Phantom of the Opera a solid 4 out of 5. All right, now we're gonna quickly talk about the Scream Factory release. So we're gonna just talk about video and audio first, and then we're gonna talk about the special feature here. So I remember I pre-ordered this, and I got the poster here, which is a nice slick cover here, nice artwork here. Got the back here. You see what the artist is here. Mark Maddox did the artwork here, which is really nice. This is back then when I think Scream Factory still has the rights to some Hammer films, which is really nice. And one of those, of course, Phantom of the Opera. Take out the slip cover here, and you get to freaking flip it to the original theatrical poster here. Crack it open, and of course you get a Blu-ray disc. So yeah, everybody, so we're gonna talk about the video and audio, and I gotta say the video is fucking spot on. I gotta say, I covered Horror Dracula from Warner Archive. Here, I like this better. Like, the way that Scream Factory compressed the image of the movie, it is amazing. Like, it's not like overly grainy, but then again, grain is there, which is really nice. It's very clean and consistent, and it is razor freaking sharp here, and the colors are so bold and vibrant. They leap out. There's a lot of grays and blacks here, but it looks so inky and nice. The skin textures, the skin tones look damn good. The Phantom looks really great, and you get to see nice intricate details. The water, the sewer water, it looks really freaking nice. It looks nasty looking, how it should look. And yeah, this is a beautifully shot film. You get to admire the beautiful cinematography in this film, so that is really nice. The video quality is really nice. Screen Factory did a great job. And for the 2.0, the DTS HD 2.0, yeah, it's actually a 1.0, but then again, you know, you could matrix to 2.0. Well, it says a DTS HD Master Audio Mono, and the mono mix sounds great. It's not overly loud as the Horror of Dracula, the Warner Archives Dracula. But it's nicely loud. It's so well balanced. Dialogue is crystal clear, and the score is amazing. It really sounds good. Nothing doesn't seem real muffled also, which is really nice. Compression is nice. It is such a well balanced mix. So with bonus features, guys, unlike one last time, unlike Warner Archives Dracula, no, Scream Factory loaded this bitch up right here. So we got here new audio commentary with author, film historian Steve Haberman and filmmaker, film historian Konstantin Nars. New audio commentary by film historians Troy Haworth and Nathaniel Thompson. New, The Man Who Made Hammer, Anthony Hines. The television version, The Making of the Phantom of the Opera, narrated by actor Edward D'Souza, plus interviews with Richard Golan, Alan Lavender, and Edward D. D'Souza, which Richard Golan plays the Phantom here, and he's amazing here. and you get the theatrical trailer. Also, you get to watch the film in its originals 1.6:1 as I prefer, and the US 1.85:1, and also you get the TV version, which is really freaking nice here. And I sampled some of these, especially I saw the new The Man That Made Horror, and of course I saw the original retro making of Phantom of the Opera. This is nice. This is an amazing definitive package, and I'm pretty sure once maybe the Hammer and Scream Factory work together to make, because Hammer is nice. I can notice that they're working well together with other companies here. Once Scream Factory and Hammer, they work together to make a new 4K release of the Phantom of the Opera. I hope that Scream Factory loads more stuff for this, but then again, if they don't, we're covered here. This is really freaking nice. This is barely a bonus feature. So guys, this is such an awesome release. So overall, guys, what would be my overall verdict? If you're a fan like I am, this is a must own, but I always say if you're skeptical, wait for a sale or a price drop. And if you're a fan of this film, like, you're gonna love this release, guys. You get everything, which is fucking amazing. So that is my movie and physical media review of the Phantom of the Opera. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and thank you guys so much for watching my video. So let me know down in the comment section down below. Have you guys seen this film? What you guys think of it? I would love to know. Please let me know down in the comment section down below. I would love to hear your opinions on this. This is Javi from JAVIWOOD Productions, signing off, and I hope you guys enjoyed this show. And that's a wrap.